All right, so today I want you to take a trip. All right, I want you to take a trip somewhere. I want you to take it, whether it be an actual trip, vacation, or it can be a trip to the dealership. It can be a trip to the detail shop where you have just dropped off your dream car and now you're on your way to go pick it up. It could be taking a trip to the spa for you to enjoy an entire day of just spa treatments and, just being catered to. If you're not able to obviously physically go do those things, this is where I need you to use the power of your mind. I want you to use visualization. Make sure that you spend some time today in visualization, taking that trip to the destination of your future self, of your future experience, that thing that you're manifesting. I know the past few conversations we have talked a lot about, inner work and shadow work and, how to get yourself back in alignment when you feel kind of off kilter. But make no mistake, I did not forget that we are delusionally manifesting, okay? And all of it ties in together because you have to know how to properly armor and protect yourself from these 3D reality experiences. You have to know how to do that when you are delusionally manifesting, because you are taking it much further than what, let's say, a normal manifestation practice would be. When you are in delusion, there are no other options. There are no other possibilities. It just is. That thing just is. That thing is absolutely going to happen, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So you have to have a very strong mindset, a very strong belief system, and a strong knowing in your own power. So that's why we've had some of these more serious prompts and topics and things like that. But listen, we are still in a delusional manifestation practice. And one of my favorite ways to do it is by visualizing, if I'm not physically able to do that thing. So let's say it is an actual trip, for example, right? This is where I want you to get on hotels.com. I want you to get on Airbnb. I want you to get on Google Flights, Kayak. Listen, I fly first class only. I fly first class only. And if first class is booked for whatever reason, then that's where business class will have to do. And I want you to go through and I want you to go ahead and do every single step, okay? Enter every single step. Pick your seat. On certain airlines, they will allow you to pick like your food selections. Are you a vegetarian or are you, gluten-free? Select all of that. Type in all of your information. I will go as far, y'all. I type in my passport information. I go type in all my billing information. I type in my name, my card number, for example, all the way up. And then I will close my eyes and I will visualize myself hitting that checkout button, visualizing myself receiving that confirmation email. Especially with vacations and the number of times, y'all, I've been to Dubai twice, okay? The second time I went to Dubai, it was an impromptu. We went in October and we talked about going in August, right? And anybody that has ever been overseas, especially go over the pond, it costs a little bit, you know what I mean? It could definitely, the price can get up there, especially if you're going on short notice. And when I tell you that I started just delusionally manifesting every single day, like I want to experience Dubai. I want to go to Dubai again. And I want to stay at the Burj. I want to stay at the Burj Al Arab, which is a 7-star hotel. Not only did I get to Dubai the second time, but we stayed at the Burj. So when I tell y'all that being delusional AF absolutely works, but it requires you to have a very strong mind. It requires you to have the strongest faith you have ever had in your life in terms of what you are capable of doing and what you're capable of bringing in. These type of practices like visualizing, for example, that is something that is absolutely going to keep you in alignment. You have to stay in alignment with what it is that you want. That's why we had some of those previous prompts talking about, things that you can do when you find yourself out of alignment. So today I want you to take the trip, whether it be a trip, like I said, on a vacation, and you need to get on there and start planning out your vacation. Find the bombest hotel or the nicest Airbnb, whether it be I'm taking a trip to the dealership. Y'all know every time I hop in my car, and the current car I'm driving, it was my dream car, okay? It was my dream car. And recently, I have adopted a new dream car. So now, every single time I get into my current car, I visualize myself riding around in my new dream car, to the point to where every single day I leave my home, and I'm not BSing you, no less than 2 times a day, I see my dream car. I will just be driving all through my city, and I will see my dream car. And every time I see it, I say, hey, girl, that's me. I'm going to go pick up mine. Like, that has become like my normal, natural, verbiage or vernacular when I am talking about my manifestations. But it all started with me taking the trip in my mind of me actually experiencing and receiving what it is that I want. So make sure you take y'all trips today.